What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're having a lovely day. As always, I appreciate your presence. You didn't have to be here, but I'm glad that you are. Let's go ahead and listen to The Man with the Child in His Eyes by Kate Bush, of course, from the Kick Inside, of which we are currently going through. This is a track that I have seen recommended for so long. Years at this point. Ever since I've started my Kate Bush journey, I have been seeing comments about this track. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's Kate Bush, so my expectations are high. I'm 99% sure my expectations will be met because Kate Bush will overmeet my expectations and always just wow me. So I'm excited to listen to this, but thank you guys as always for being here. Appreciate you. Hope that the sun is shining on you and you're having a great one. Let's go ahead and get into it, huh? The Man with the Child in His Eyes. Now, before I even get into it, this could either be like a man looking at a child, not like a weird way, but like a man just looking at a child, or it could be a man who is keeping his childlike nature, like he's keeping some. I don't know. Let's listen to the song. We'll talk about it after.
I hear him before I go to sleep and focus on the day that's been. I realize he's there when I turn the light off and turn over. Nobody knows about my man. They think he's lost on some horizon, and suddenly I find myself listening to a man I've never known before, telling me about the sea, all his loves till eternity. Ooh, he's here again, the man with the child in his eyes. Ooh, he's here again, the man with the child in his eyes. He's very understanding, he's so aware of all my situations. When I stay up late, he's always waiting, but I feel him hesitate. Oh, I'm so worried about my love. They say no, it won't last forever. And here I am again, my girl, wondering what on earth I'm doing here. Maybe he doesn't love me. I just took a trip on my love for him. Ooh, he's here again, the man with the child in his eyes. Ooh, he's here again, the man with the child in his eyes.
A subtly sung song with sensitivity. I know I had to use some alliteration. I'm sorry. I really wanted to do that. But it's a very soft-spoken and emotional piece from Bush. And something I thought was interesting about this track is she sings it pretty straight. There's none of her banshee-like calls or her higher notes or any of her kind of whimsical, nature that you would find in most of her work. She sings this one pretty straight, which is nice because going through the album, it kind of gives you a cloud to float on, some ground to land on. It kind of softly brings you back down before the next track, Wuthering Heights, skyrockets you back up like a rocket's tail. But I think that this is a great calm before the storm. And I'm going to have to look into these lyrics, but her lyrics always have a depth of meaning and there's a message in them. Whether that is extremely personal to her or something otherwise, just a very poetic licensure to being taken. But regardless, I think that this is a really nice song, especially the orchestra that swells around her, just coating her in this golden light, basically. And the piano playing, I thought, was really beautiful as well. It's very romantic. This little change that occurs in the song, I thought was cool too. Because the notes change before that the orchestra swells. I almost said orchestra. We're not talking trees here. The orchestra, before it swells, it kind of changes its notes right there. And then it comes back again and swells in alongside the piano runs. This is a beautiful moment in the track. That's a great section because the pianos are almost literally lifting her gently, like, into the song and into the chorus and into the light and the meat of everything. This is a short one. It's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but it does hit a certain spot. Let's get into these lyrics and find out who this man is with the child in his eyes. I hear him before I go to sleep and focus on the day that's been. I realize he's there when I turn the light off and turn over. Nobody knows about my man. They think he's lost on some horizon. First of all, could this be a literal person that she's talking about? She's definitely, made references in songs dedicated to certain people, like the first track dedicated to Lindsay Kemp. So I wonder if this is talking about a specific person. Someone obviously close to her, if they're there, if she hears them before she goes to sleep. Or maybe it's not a real person. Maybe she just hears their voice before she goes to sleep. Suddenly I find myself listening to a man I've never known before, telling me about the sea, all his love till eternity. Always hear again the man with the child in his eyes. Always hear again the man with the child in his eyes. Now, I know that she wrote a lot of material on this album, if not all of it, when she was very, very young, when she was a teenager. So she must be talking about someone either that loved her, like a boyfriend or something, or maybe inspiration. This man could just represent a muse, a spiritual inspiration for her music, and she kind of dreams of these things when she goes to sleep. A father, but she's made songs about her father over on The Sensual World. So I don't know. He's very understanding, and he's so aware of all my situations. And when I stay up late, he's always waiting, but I feel him hesitate. Oh, I'm so worried about my love. They say no, it won't last forever. He's waiting for her late at night. That's why I kind of thought like a father, like waiting for their daughter to come in from out. But I'm not sure. And here I am again, my girl, wondering what on earth I'm doing here. Maybe he doesn't love me. I just took a trip out, or on my love, for him. He's here again, the man with the child in his eyes. Hey, if you don't mind, let me pull up Kate Bush Encyclopedia, because that site has everything that I ever want. All the information you could ever need, that's where you're going to find it. The man with the child in his eyes, Kate Bush Encyclopedia. I don't have to look at my keyboard when I type, but it sure does make it quicker. Alright, so in this track, let's see if this is what Kate Bush says directly. Sorry, there was a school bus outside the yard, and I was like, why is there a school bus here? The inspiration for the man with the child in his eyes was really just a particular thing that happened when I went to the piano. The piano started speaking to me. It was a theory that I had for a while that I just observed in most of the men that I know. The fact that they are just they just are little boys inside, and how wonderful it is that they managed to retain this magic. I myself am attracted to older men, I guess, but I think that's the same with every female. I think it's very natural instinct, or basic instinct, that you look continually for your father for the rest of your life, as do men continually look for their mother in the women they meet. We're getting a little Freudian kind of here, huh? I don't think we're all aware of it, but I think it is basically true. You look for that security in the opposite sex in your parenthood gave you as a child. I think that's a really interesting way that she put that. And that was from Self-Portrait in 1978. So yeah, you do get kind of a fatherly, masculine, even romantic kind of psychology in the lyrics and in the music itself. I think that's really cool, the way that she kind of came up with that. Even from a young age, even when she wrote this song, she has such a creative take on things. Like, who's kind of taking like psychology and things like this and putting it to song? Like, really, who is it? It says, like I just said, Bush wrote this song when she was 13 and recorded it at 16. You know what I was doing at 16? I was watching Toonami after school, pretending I was a ninja with my friends, and going out into the woods with wooden swords and play fighting. That's what I was doing at 16. It was recorded at Air Studios London in 1975 under the guidance of David Gilmour. This we knew that David Gilmour kind of, in a way, discovered her and helped her along with a lot of things. She has said that recording with a large orchestra at that age terrified her. It was the song that was the second to chart in the UK. That's awesome. What an accomplishment. And it's awesome seeing the path from where she began and where she blossomed from here. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the track. I'm happy that you were here. I hope that you enjoyed the music. Hope that you enjoyed my company. You're more than invited to come back tomorrow as well. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video and all that kind of stuff. But have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.